Understanding attraction, the key to making her think about you nonstop. Let's be real, women aren't the unsolvable mystery that society often portrays. They are people, just like us, with emotions that follow certain patterns. When you understand these patterns, you can naturally create a deep connection that keeps you on her mind. Now, before you start thinking this is about manipulation, let me be clear. This isn't about deception or playing games. It's about understanding human nature and using it to build real attraction. Too many men make the mistake of chasing women with constant praise, over-the-top gestures, and excessive attention, hoping to win them over. But attraction doesn't work that way. Women don't become obsessed with men who act like personal assistants. They're drawn to those who make them feel something: excitement, intrigue, curiosity, even a little frustration. Emotions create attachment, not material gifts or endless compliments. Here's the truth. Most guys are too predictable. They lay everything out immediately. No challenge, no sense of mystery. And then they wonder why she loses interest so quickly. If you want to stand out, you have to shift your approach. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 psychological strategies that tap into natural attraction triggers, keeping you on her mind 24/7. These are not cheap tricks. They are principles backed by psychology that actually work. If you're tired of feeling invisible, listen carefully, because this will not only change how women see you, but also change how you see yourself. Let's dive in. 1. Be valuable, not overbearing. Scarcity is a powerful tool in attraction. The truth is, people naturally value what isn't easily available. If you're always texting first, always ready to drop everything for her, you lower your perceived value. Many men mistakenly believe that being constantly available makes them more attractive. They flood her inbox, agree to every plan, and make her feel like the center of their world. While this seems like a good way to show interest, it often backfires. Instead of being flattered, she starts to take your presence for granted. Being scarce does not mean ignoring her or playing childish games. It simply means having a life outside of her. When you have priorities and passions, she sees that your time is valuable, and that, in itself, makes you more attractive. Even small changes in communication can make a difference. If you always respond instantly, mix it up. Let conversations breathe. Give her a chance to wonder about you. The more space you create, the more she will think about you. The key is balance. You don't want to act distant or indifferent. Instead, you want to subtly reinforce the idea that your attention is something to be earned, not given freely. 2. Keep a sense of mystery. One of the biggest mistakes men make is oversharing too early. They meet someone they like and immediately spill their life story, past relationships, and deepest thoughts. While openness is important, too much too soon removes all intrigue. Mystery is one of the most powerful forces in attraction. When she feels like there's more to discover about you, she stays engaged. Keeping a little mystery doesn't mean hiding things. It means pacing your conversations. Instead of detailing every aspect of your life, reveal things gradually. If she asks about your weekend, don't give a full itinerary. Say something interesting but leave room for her curiosity. Being unpredictable is another key factor. If she knows exactly when you'll text, what you'll say, and how you'll behave, the excitement fades. Change things up. Maybe don't send the same goodnight text every evening. Instead, let her wonder what's on your mind. Mystery also extends to your ambitions and lifestyle. When she sees that you have goals, interests, and depth that she hasn't fully uncovered yet, she'll naturally want to dig deeper. The key takeaway? Leave her wanting more. When you create an air of curiosity around yourself, she will think about you far more than if you laid everything out up front. 3. Evoke emotion, not just interest. Attraction isn't about logic, it's about emotion. Women don't obsess over a guy just because he looks good on paper. They become attached to the ones who make them feel something unique. Many men try too hard to impress with facts, status, or achievements. While those things matter, they don't create the emotional pull that leads to real attraction. So how do you make her feel something? First, be genuinely interested in her. Pay attention to the little details, her opinions, her stories, her quirks. When she feels truly heard, she begins to associate you with comfort and connection. Second, create memorable experiences. Doing something new or unexpected together builds emotional ties. Novel experiences trigger dopamine, the chemical linked to pleasure and attraction. If you can make her feel excitement in your presence, she will subconsciously herself constantly thinking about you. I have seen many guys think that girls will chase them if they will. Send so many gifts to her. Give too much importance to her. Care too much about her. Be always available for her. Be always ready to do anything for her. Be always ready to please her. Get dominated by her. Be always ready to help her. But this is not true. Above guys are called nice guys, and by giving so much to the girls without getting the same, they lose their value and importance in the eyes of girls. Girls don't find these guys attractive and interesting. Also, they chase those which they can't have. That is bad guys who are quite attractive and challenging for them. So, how to be a bad guy? Remember, being a bad guy doesn't mean being a jerk. There is a difference in both things. Some tips: don't chase the girl. Chase your hobbies, goals, and needs. Don't give any importance to the girl. This will catch their attention towards you and will make you different from 95% guys. Don't care about her if she doesn't care about you. Don't be always available for the girl. If possible, never be available for the girl. This will make them try everything to make you available for them. Don't please her. Please yourself by doing the things you love and being proud of your achievements. Don't get dominated by her. Instead, I would say dominate her, but with politeness. Don't be always ready to help her. Are you her servant? Value yourself and your time. Be carefree and confident. Be bold and funny. Also be serious whenever required. Be physically and mentally stronger. Don't tolerate if she is insulting you or making fun of you even if you like her. Don't like her post on social media often. Ignore her on social media as much as you can. Don't initiate conversation. Give her chance to initiate conversation. Dress well, communicate well, and make eye contact with the girl while communicating. Tease her sometimes, but remember that it shouldn't be offensive to her. Flirt occasionally, and be ready to end the conversation by yourself. Just be yourself. You don't need to change yourself to impress someone. Sexual desirability of women, as seen by men, is closely tied to youth and physical beauty. It goes down with age. Sexual desirability of men, as seen by women, is closely tied to social achievements and status. It goes up with age. In our teens and 20s, most of us don't have any social achievements to speak of, unless we're athletes or musicians, where careers are front-loaded. Most of our lives are backloaded, which means we begin to accumulate social status and confidence starting from our mid-20s or so. At 22, the average male is fresh out of college, at the beginning of his career, with a mountain of debt. He's at the bottom of his desirability peak. In contrast, at 22, the average female is at the top of her desirability peak. As he grows older, he gathers small successes. He gets promoted. He chases a girl, falls in love, marries her, becomes a father. His life now has more dimensions. He now has more wisdom. He has steadily become debt-free and has climbed up the social ladder. He is now approaching his peak in terms of sexual desirability. Other women find him attractive, and while they may not actively chase him, he will find that women are more receptive to him than they had ever been when he was in his 20s. At 25, the average woman is more desirable than the average man. So the man has to chase the woman. At, say, 45, the average man is more desirable than the average woman. So the woman does the chasing. Do looks matter? They do, but significantly less to women than they do to men. So how do you get women to chase you? Unless you're a model or an athlete or a Hollywood personality, I would suggest you do your time. Go to college, get a degree, inculcate and practice a hobby or two. Do your share of chasing women. Advance in your career. As you grow older, as you settle down in life, you will find that the tide is gradually shifting. You will find that you've gradually become attractive to women in various ways, just by the act of growing older. Incidentally, this is why when you're young, the man is under pressure to keep the woman. She has more options than he does. But as you grow older, the woman is under pressure to keep the man. He has more options than she does. Method 1 of 2. Getting her attention. Anytime you're around the object of your interest, carry yourself in a way that reflects how you wish to be seen. Stand up straight, move with purpose, and speak in a calm, relaxed, yet assertive tone of voice. A self-assured demeanor will send the message that you've got something going for you. Confidence isn't the same thing as cockiness. For many people, arrogance is even more off-putting than a lack of self-esteem. Another positive side effect of confidence is that it makes you more resilient. If it turns out that she's just not into you, a confident attitude will allow you to rebound and move on without feeling bad about yourself. 2. Take steps to make yourself more attractive. Like it or not, physical appearance counts for a lot, especially when you don't know someone very well. Start working out regularly and watching what you eat, and make sure you're getting enough sleep. Spending a little extra time putting yourself together before going out could also improve your chances of catching her eye. It's crucial to keep up with your basic personal hygiene. As well, shower daily, brush your teeth, style your hair, and don't forget to wear deodorant, particularly if you've been hitting the gym. Your smile is one of the best weapons you have in your social toolbox. Don't be afraid to use it. 3. Sharpen your conversational skills. Being a good conversationalist is just as much about being a good listener as it is about having lots of funny or interesting things to say. Keep the discussion centered around her as much as possible to make her feel special. When it's take. 4. Surround yourself with friends. Arrange things so that every time you happen to run into your crush, you're with your squad. Always having an entourage with you sends a subliminal message that says, I'm likable. It's even better if you know a few of the same people, as this will tell her right away that you have similar interests and a compatible personality. If you have mutual friends, start asking them to do things with you more often. This will give you a convenient in to strike up a conversation or invite her to tag along. Scientific studies also suggest that keeping a few friends by your side can actually make you appear more physically attractive by averaging out your features. 5. Socialize with her friends to put yourself in her orbit. Start hanging out with some of her closest companions and make them a part of your own social circle. Be charming, amiable, and, above all, genuine. The more highly they think of you, the more likely they are to talk you up to her, or even recommend you as a potential love interest. Befriending her besties won't just give you an excuse to be in her company more often. It will also divide your attention, forcing her to work harder for it. A girl's friend group is like a battalion of soldiers protecting their queen. In order to get to her, you first have to win over them, or, in this case, win them over. 6. Focus on making a lasting impression when you're together. Whenever you find yourself with a moment alone, take advantage of the opportunity to dazzle her with your natural magnetism. Make her laugh, listen attentively, and treat her like she's the only person in the world, at least until it's time to make a strategic exit. You're practically guaranteed to have her thinking about you the rest of the night. Really connecting during your one-on-one time is key to ensuring that your efforts to downplay your interest pay off the way they're supposed to. There's no reason for her to pursue you if she doesn't actually enjoy being around you. While coming across as desperate or needy can drive girls away, acting completely disinterested may discourage her, producing the opposite effect of the one you'd hoped for. Method 2 of 2. Leaving her wanting more. 1. Keep your cool and avoid making the first move. When it comes to getting a girl to chase you, rule number 1 is don't come on too strong. Throwing yourself at her is a great way to put her off and convince her that you're probably not worthy of her time and attention. Whatever you do, don't make it obvious that you're actually the one chasing her by playing hard to get. Fight the temptation to always text her first or be the one to offer to hang out. It's better to bide your time and wait for her to come to you. 2. Be the first one to walk away. Many people make the mistake of becoming too clingy or eager to be in a girl's presence once they've got her hooked. Don't be afraid to cut a magical conversation short when you see someone you know, or duck out a little early because you've got other places to be. Doing so will make her look forward to your next meeting while also advertising that you're in high demand. Remember, if you want her to chase you, you can't be around all the time. 3. Stay busy with your own goals and hobbies. Devote time to your own pursuits, even if it means occasionally turning down an offer to hang out. On the surface, this will help you portray yourself as passionate and goal-driven, both of which are attractive qualities. Secretly, though, you'll be encouraging her to try harder. Bring up your hobbies, interests, and projects frequently in conversation so she'll know how serious you are about them. You could even go so far as to say things like, "My ideal girlfriend would love gaming as much as I do," or, "It would take someone really special to get my mind off of cars." She may take it as a challenge. 4. Make her think she's in the friend zone. While talking to her, say things like, "I'm thankful to have such a great friend," or, "You're just like one of the guys." If she's into you, dropping hints that you see her as a casual friend rather than a serious romantic prospect may make her work even harder to win your affection. You don't have to keep her in the friend zone forever, but putting her there temporarily is a good way to fan the flames of her desire and motivate her to get out. If you're going to take this approach, reel in the flirtiness a little. Sending mixed signals could just confuse her or make her suspect that you're playing games. 5. Try ignoring girls who won't give you the time of day. Sometimes when you're dealing with a hard case, the best thing you can do is employ a little reverse psychology. Refusing to acknowledge her the way everyone else does will cause her to doubt her assumptions about you and lead her to wonder what's so great about you that you'll hardly give her a second look. Ignoring is more subtle than just pretending like she doesn't exist. It could mean laughing half-heartedly at her jokes, acting unimpressed when she tells stories intended to make her look cool, or simply engaging with everyone around her more than her. Giving the cold shoulder to a girl you secretly like can easily backfire. Try to do it in a way that feels unintentional, not deliberate or mean-spirited. 6. Be careful not to give up your advantage too soon. Don't stop what you're doing just when it's starting to work. If she suddenly seems determined to get you to notice her, be receptive to it, but don't take the bait all at once. Instead, play it cool and give her just enough to keep her coming back without sacrificing the upper hand. Once you're certain that she's after you, you can begin gradually increasing the amount of fondness you show towards her until the two of you are on a level playing field. Going from lukewarm to hot too quickly could cause her to lose interest in the dynamic that you've worked so hard to establish. In the worst case, it may even lead her to believe that your behavior has just been an act. Final thoughts. Women don't become obsessed with a guy because he's overly available or showers them with gifts. They become attached to the men who evoke strong emotions, maintain a sense of mystery, and show that their time is valuable. Attraction isn't about playing games or manipulation. It's about understanding psychology and using it in a way that builds real connection. So if you've been feeling overlooked, now is the time to shift your approach.